What is good, everybody? Welcome to the video. Before I get started, hope y'all having an amazing day, wherever you're tuning in. Hope today was a blessing to you, because it truly is. This life is everything that you can create, and your thoughts will always create it. Now, with that being said, you need to run this life at your own pace. Like, for real, I've thought about it for a while, and it honestly is something that I've seen a lot of people struggle with, me myself included. We see all these people, and we see people blowing up. We see all these things in our life, and we don't know what to do, bro. Like, you feel like you're behind. You feel like you're not on the path you need to go, and that's just not true. It's entirely not true. Everybody's going to develop in their own way at their own time, and I want you to understand that if you woke up today, God is still not done with you. Your path is not done. If you woke up today, you still have life. You still have a fighting chance each and every day. And like, I hope this video just inspires you to look at your life like a second chance from today. Like, I want you to realize every single blessing that you have in this present moment, bro. Like, you're healthy, right? Maybe you have a car right now. Maybe you have good food in the fridge. 3 big things right there that not a lot of people have. And I want you to understand, like, you have so many opportunities, and things can change very quick if you want them to. And after this video, I hope you take some notes from this, and I hope this actually makes an impact from you, because for that simple reason, like, so many people struggle, man. It's hard to fit in this generation. Like, I don't fit in at all, and for good reason, because this generation is different, bro. This generation is different, and I hope you don't get swamped in just trying to fit in. I hope you don't get swamped into the crowd of just trying to do everything that's popular, because you need to find your own path. You need to do something that makes you unique for yourself, and that's something I battled for the longest time, was just trying to fit in, bro. You don't need to fit in. You need to stand out. You need to find your own purpose and make your own path, because this is your legacy. And either you fit the crowd and you don't make a path for yourself throughout this whole entire life, or you can make something special and live up to your hype that you have for yourself. Because a lot of people, they have amazing dreams. Like, everybody has an amazing dream. Think about it. You have a dream right now. So are you going to let that dream sit on the pillow, or are you going to wake up every day and chase it? And it don't matter how good you are at chasing it, as long as you're just moving in the right direction. And that's what this video is about. Like, your path doesn't need to move fast all the time. Like, you need time to buffer sometimes and figure it out. And that just starts with just like picking yourself up each and every day and trying to figure it out. And you can't get caught up thinking without doing. You know, like, you just got to get up sometimes, just even when you're not motivated, and just chase it. You know, like, even on times like you don't feel like you know what you're doing, just start doing something. You know, figure out along the way. You know, like, think about something that you've done before. You had no idea how to do it, and like, maybe you just did it, and you figure out corrections. You know, like, maybe you tried to make something one time. Like, say you tried to design your own t-shirt. Once you get that sample, you feel me, you can correct it. Same with your life. Once you figure out things that you need to correct, you can correct them. So just start by figuring out things that you can correct, and don't get caught up in all this social media crap, bro. Everybody's going to develop at the long time. You're probably seeing people that's part of like the 0.5% that just got blessed with a perfect opportunity. So don't get caught up in trying to chase someone else's past. Like, there's this popular YouTube, like Sam Sulek, for instance. Like, the man's blowing up, right? You know how many people I've seen, like, trying to make Sam Sulek style videos? Like, bro, like, to be honest, like, man found his own thing. You feel me? And that's like with everything. Like, everyone's always gonna have their own path. So don't chase that shit. Chase yours, bro. Get in your own thoughts and create something that you're proud of. You feel me? Like, the finish line, you set your own finish line. You set when you feel like you're successful, because you're successful right now. It's just all on how you view things. Like, you're very successful right now, in a sense. You know, like, where you're at right now is a year or two ago, you were probably wishing that you were in that position, and you just haven't even realized that. Like, just because time's not moving, and just because certain things aren't moving as fast as you want them to be, doesn't mean that, like, it's a bad day or it's a bad life. It's just a bad timing right now. So understand that, like, a year from now, that's all you gotta focus on. Focus on taking steps every single year that make you better, and I promise you, you'll be successful by the time that you die. Like, the biggest thing is making sure not to get stagnant. Even like if you feel like you just lose motivation, like you got to figure out ways to get back on track, and you got to figure out ways to figure it out. Like you don't even have to give 100% every single day. You just have to figure out ways to just keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when days that you feel sad, or even when days like you don't feel like doing it. You just got to figure out and get it in. Like I tell my clients all the time, like at the gym, like if you can't show up for yourself physically, what makes you think you're going to be able to show up to your family or your business or whatever it is that they're dealing with? You feel me? Like everybody's doing different stuff, but you got to show up for yourself physically first. And that's why, like, I've always shown up physically, but mentally sometimes I struggle with things like motivation, doing the small things. Like I've always struggled with that, and that's like my biggest thing. So you got to figure out what your biggest weakness is, and you got to expose it and work on it. Because this path, there's no finish line. You set your finish line, but there is an end of the story. And how you write that is completely up to you. Either you can write it accomplishing everything you've ever had in this entire life, or you can write it knowing that you doubted yourself and you never fell through with everything that you wanted to do. You feel me? Like, just at least try. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Like you fail, cool. Like you have a cool ass story to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, even the negative of certain things, is always going to be a positive. Like think of every single negative thing that's probably ever happened to you. You're looking back on it right now and you're like, oh, like in the moment, like that is crazy serious. But in the grand scheme of life, in those long years, it's not everything that you think it was at the time. You feel me? So if you watch to the end of this video, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, because I gotta get back on track and we trying to grow this community, boys. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. We out.